As it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 70. And the Chiefs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll run with a former LSU Tiger. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Broncos
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Nick's going to tap this forward. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City taken the lead.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Nix to the air. He completes this to Sutton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
Score. A big play there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Breaks through the contact. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Attack!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll check this one down at Pacheco. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Isaiah Pacheco. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Yellow. Hey, ripple it. Split. Hey, yellow. Hey, go. 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Yellow. Eye down these two. 40. Let's go,
Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Yellow.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Here's Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Nix once more. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good for a Bronco.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
Throwing Nix. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Harrison Butker to kick off for
Both
Kansas
these
City.
offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Looking to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. From here to run. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Nix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Running left to give to Pacheco. And some room to work. Now he's free at the 35. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score, Chiefs 29, Broncos 25. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He's in the space past the 25.
And down to the 19-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Second and 9.
Back to throw. Nix. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Broncos on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Broncos 32, Chiefs 29.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Mahomes now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 15.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now off to the races down the right side. Now this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
10 yards on the
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes to throw it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Butker's kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
20! And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 43 yards.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
46, Chiefs 32.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Mahomes.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
First down. 1st and 10.
Mahomes.
28-yard line.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
2nd down, goal to go.
Eye down these two. Eye down. Yellow. Attack, attack.
Here's Mahomes. Looking middle, he finds Royals.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle. With the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Denver, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.